So, what is your book called?
So my book is Revenge, Ice Cream, and Other Things Best Serves Cold
By who?
by Katie Finn.
Tell me what it's about.
So the main synopsis of the story is Gemma, the main character of the story, is going on a revenge rampage after her best friend Haley took the ex-boyfriend, well, her ex-boyfriend, for her own. On the way, she got a job at a local ice cream shop, which over here it says ice cream shop. Ultimately, she does get her revenge, but she doesn't feel good afterwards, making her like feel sad and stuff.
Tell me about like the vital characters within this book.
So the more important characters of this story is Haley, who proved to be the antagonist of the story. I think that she's a really important character because she pushes the story with her side doings to Gemma and her family and friends, such as Gwen and Ford, which were also friends of Gemma, which supported her in the revenge on Haley.
Interesting. What would be considered like the theme or the main idea of this?
So after analyzing the book, I think that the central theme was revenge is never a good ending or is never good because it ruined Gemma and Haley's life for that period of time. On page 321, it states how when I heard his voice full of heartbreak and disbelief after Gemma spoiled the truth about the relationship of Gemma's dad and Haley's mom, which they were in a relationship at the time, and because they did it because they wanted to get back at Haley, but it also affected her too.
Who would arguably be the most important character to the story? Like someone who is pivotal to it.
This might sound really biased, but it's Haley, the main antagonist. Because everything in the story, and when I mean everything in the story is based on what she has done. The incident with Teddy and, the relationship problems. On page 107, she said how easy it was to get her results for the relationship. I broke you up with your boyfriend of 2 years, and it was either hard, which she could have took this a lot further, but she didn't. So.
Could you describe the general setting of this?
The general setting takes place in a mansion where Gemma and her dad lived for the duration of the summer break because her father was a scriptwriter for a big company. The ice cream shop was also a very important place to this because it was a main plot point where she got the job. Are you still hiring on page 77?
So, what would be the climax of this story?
Yeah. So the climax didn't happen until the very end of the story, when everything wraps up and leaves you on a cliffhanger, which I didn't like.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it just said, "Oh, I want to show you this," and then it just ends without seeing her reaction. So, yeah. The thing that they were going to show was a video of Ford and Gwen, what Haley has done to them. They were filming throughout the duration of the past summer break.
Sorry, hold on.
Guys, we're only halfway. It's at 5 minutes right now.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Let me cut this out. Okay.
And we need to cut out the whole beginning because.
So, yeah.
Okay, after this question, I'm just going to say the last two.
So it's the favorite part,
Yeah.
and then
Then the next ones are most important character and would you recommend?
wait, what about the altered plot?
Oh yeah, who made the
Mine actually makes sense with that. So.
okay. So I'll ask one more, and then she'll.
Okay.
After reading Revenge, Ice Cream, and
I think
That's
that's
Served Gold,
Yeah.
Okay. what would be one of your favorite parts in this book?
So after reading this book, my favorite part was nothing to do with the plot, but this one scene where Haley takes cheese and puts it in her house, but the person that I told you about, Ford, he took it to a charitable cause, and that surprised her. And okay, Gemma has a crush on him, so I think it will be a good ship.
Mmm.
Not to be
Who made a decision that severely altered the plot?
So surprisingly, it was actually Gwyneth, one of her close friends, because you know how I was talking about the Gemma's dad and Haley's mother's incident. She thought it was Haley's doing, but it was actually Gwyneth's, which she was actually using the film from that for a film festival that she was also holding. Evidence shows this when she says, "It was you? I thought it was Haley." So yeah, that was very surprising to me.
Sorry. Would you recommend this book to your fellow critics?
In my opinion, I did like the book. Had a solid plot, interesting characters, and it was super enjoyable to read. But this is there's a pre-sequel book to this which I didn't read, and it made reading this book be really not good. So I recommend you read Broken Hearts, Fences, and Other Things to Men by